was held at a time when I could attend. It would have been most unfortunate to miss such an important and educational venture with far-reaching implications to the future of our people. Today, it is also with a sense of gratitude and pride that I would like to thank all the participants for your participation in this discussion. Now, over the 3 decades that His Majesty has led our nation according to the principles of cross-national happiness, we have received an overwhelming amount of encouragement and acknowledgement from our friends, our development partners, and donor agencies. But it is this seminar that starts a process of serious study of the concept and its applicability not just to Bhutanese development, but to development in all countries. In many ways, I feel that it also reflects the changing views of people around the world on what growth and progress should constitute, primarily in relation with the human aspect of development. Now, let us return to the question. What do I have to say on this subject? So much has already been put forth by qualified and dedicated people over the past decades, and particularly in this regard in the last 3 days. Today, I can only express my own personal feelings of being humbled and honored to serve His Majesty and our people. I am convinced that the origin of this philosophy of cross-national happiness lies not in the great wisdom of His Majesty, but rather bears its roots in His Majesty's most earnest and passionate desire to serve the country and her people. In the 1970s, when a young monarch began to lead a nation at the start of his modernization process into a very different world, what opportunities, options, or prospects did this landlocked, hidden kingdom have? The challenges facing our country at that time would have been great for any nation, but almost insurmountable to one entering a world in which it would be at least a century, or if not few decades behind the rest. No amount of planning, whether social, economic, or political, however successful, would have led to the level of understanding of one's own people that is reflected in the concept of gross national happiness. GNH grew from His Majesty's pioneering belief that a nation should pursue development, not other nations. The ultimate measure for success should be in the face of the person next to you, the house across the street, or in the valleys, villages, and towns in Bhutan. This is why, ever since I can remember, His Majesty has always been traveling throughout the country. Is also why His Majesty sets aside time every single day to meet his people, so that he can meet those who may need a helping hand to transform their potential to reality. I believe that while the philosophy of gross national happiness is inherently Bhutanese, its ideas may have a positive relevance to other nations, communities, or people. In today's world, I feel that there must be some convergence among nations on the idea of what the primary objective of development and progress should be, something that GNH seeks to bring about. There cannot be enduring peace, prosperity, and equality in this world if our aims are so separate and divergent. If we do not accept that in the end we are people, all alike, sharing the earth among ourselves and also with other sentient beings, all of whom have an equal role and stake in the state of this planet and its players. That is why your work here and in the future will be invaluable to making GNH a concrete and practical part of development planning, not just in Bhutan, but in countries all over the world. That, I believe, is the only way Bhutan's vision of GNH will be realized. If we can bring the world to understand and appreciate that GNH is not just rooted in our culture and traditions, but it is in the needs and aspirations of every person, whether in the richest nation, surrounded by skyscrapers and technology, or in the poorest country, working in the fields. The development and economic progress that nations seek should be aimed at helping these individuals realize their common potential for and goals of happiness and contentment. The success of this seminar, beyond expectations, and the important, instructive, and provoking conclusions reached have taken this study into a unique and concept leap forward. After what is only the first seminar on GNH, I have no doubt that the results of this exercise will be received with great enthusiasm and interest and inspire positive debate around the world. His Majesty's leadership and the philosophy of development, the commitment and dedication of our government officials, and the spirit and optimism of the people are all sources of great inspiration to me and the youth of Bhutan. For us, the Bhutanese of the future, it will be a great challenge keeping Bhutan on this special path that it has chosen in an age when the world changes from day to day. So therefore, we sincerely are indebted to you for your participation at this seminar and for the wisdom and knowledge that this cooperative endeavor has brought us all. I hope that there will be many such interactions in the future in Bhutan or in your countries. Thank you very much and congratulations.